guys, it's Summer. So today I'm going to be doing this kind of work appropriate or back to school themed makeup tutorial. I had a couple of requests asking for something similar, something that would be easy to do, that would be work appropriate or interview appropriate, or even something that would be great for those of you that are going back to school. So I kind of went ahead and did this very neutral eye and really easy lip look. So if you would like to see how to achieve this look, then keep watching. Okay, so to start out, it's always good if you're going to be wearing makeup for the majority of the day to start with a makeup setting spray. And the one that I like is the Decay Deslick, and it's actually just a nice makeup setting spray. It has oil control, so if you're a little oily through the T-zone, you can spritz this before you apply your makeup and after you've done your foundation, and it just kind of sets your makeup and lets it stay all day. So I'm going to spritz my face with that a little bit. And just pat it dry, or wave it dry. Okay, so once you've done that, it's also good to apply a primer, a foundation primer, if you tend to notice that your foundation slips or sinks into pores or fine lines throughout the day. It's always good to start with a primer. So the one that I currently like is the Smashbox Photo Finish in Lite. Take a little bit on your fingers. Like that. In the areas where you notice that you might get some foundation settling. For foundation, I'm actually going to be using a drugstore foundation today, and the one that I'm really liking right now is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi. And what I like about this is that it is a light to medium, I'd say more on the medium side of the coverage, but it still lets your skin show through, so it's not going to look cakey and fake all day, and it's not going to really settle into any fine lines or large pores or anything like that. And the other great thing is that it's buildable, so if you like a little bit of a heavier coverage, you can build it up, and if you like a lighter coverage, you can just use one application. So I'm going to do like a pump and a half, usually covers the face, so just do that and dot it on the skin. Just going to go ahead and pat that all over the face and blend the foundation in. Okay, so once you've blended your foundation in, it's time for concealer, and as you can see, I have a pretty gnarly zit happening today. So go ahead and take our concealer, and I'm just using the Collection 2000 Lasting Perfection Concealer, but you can use any kind of medium coverage concealer to cover any blemishes or dark spots. So go ahead and dab that, and then I usually go around the nose because we tend to get a little red there, and then there's a couple spots on your chin, or on my chin at least. I'm going to take my same beauty blender and just blend those in. I use a different concealer under the eyes to conceal my dark circles, and this is just the Garnier Skin Renewal little roller ball. Seems to work pretty well for me, so I just put a fair amount under my eyes, kind of a swoop motion, and then blend. Make sure you get right in where the bridge of your nose and your eye meet. We tend to forget that spot, and it gets really dark there, so make sure you get all the way into the corner. Blend out towards your temple. And now we're ready to go ahead and apply our eyeshadow primer. So if you're going to be at school or work all day, I highly recommend an eyeshadow primer, and that's just going to ensure that your shadows last all day, they don't crease, smudge, or kind of disappear in patches. So the one I'm using today is just the Too Faced Shadow Insurance, but any eyeshadow primer works. Urban Decay makes a really good one. I know there's some drugstore brands, I think Revlon or L'Oreal make a really good one. So just apply that to the lids. So now we're ready to move on to eyeshadow. And so I would say if you're going back to school or you're starting a new job, or going to work in general, you kind of want to keep things pretty neutral and simple. A lot of us don't have too much time in the morning to get ready, and you kind of just want to look professional or crisp when you're going to school or work. So keeping it in a neutral range is great. So I would recommend either the Urban Decay Naked Basics palette is really good. If you have the Naked 2 palette or 1, both of these are really good. They just have a really good mix of some neutral colors, so you can definitely use that. But any neutral shades you have are great. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with a kind of a flesh colored matte shade, and I'm using Foxy from the Urban Decay Naked 2 palette. And I'm just going to push that all over the lid. Then I'm going to warm up the crease with a warm brown color, and I'm just using soft brown from MAC, but any medium warm brown would be great, or if you like to go with a cool tone, that's fine too. As long as it's a medium brown shade, that would work fine in the crease. So I'm going with that and our fluffy brush and just blend that back and forth in the crease. So once you have that placed, you can actually go in with a little bit of a deeper brown just in the outer corner. And that's just going to deepen that outer corner a little bit and give some depth and dimension to your shadow. So since we are doing a school or work appropriate makeup, I'm going to stay away from doing any heavy black winged liner, just to kind of keep it simple and fresh. You could definitely do a winged liner and just keep it very thin along the lash line and do a small flick. That would be definitely work appropriate, or if you're a little bit older in school, you could definitely pull that off. But today I'm actually going to stick to just doing a liner, a kohl liner along the bottom waterline. And for this you could definitely use black or brown, but I'm going to actually go in with a plum, like a plum purple color. And it's just going to give a little bit more dimension and interest to the eye. And then with a very fine, tiny little brush, I'm actually going to go in with a dark purple or brown, whatever color you'd like, shadow, and just smudge that into that bottom lash line. And this is going to make sure that your liner stays in place all day and doesn't smudge and run down your face. So now we're ready to go ahead and curl our lashes and apply mascara. And curling your lashes is a really great option if you want to just kind of look awake and have your eyes look bright and open. Curling your lashes will give a really big impact, even more so than just applying a bunch of mascara. So I highly recommend it. So I'm going to do that and be right back. Alright, so I'm back and applied a good 2 coats of mascara to top and bottom and curled my lashes as well. So we're ready to move on to eyebrows, and eyebrows are very important. They kind of frame the face and help define your features. So I highly recommend if you have kind of thin or sparse or light eyebrows like I do, that you fill them in a little bit. But if you are blessed with thick, beautiful brows, then by all means rock them. So today I'm going to be using the Anastasia Brow Wiz pencil in Caramel. And I'm just going to lightly fill in my brows. And I do small little short strokes to to ensure that it looks the most natural. Alright, so now we're done with the eyes and the brows, and we can go ahead and set all of our makeup with a powder. I love the Rimmel Stay Matte powder, but it does tend to be a little bit on the dry side, so if you are already kind of normal to dry skin, then I would recommend maybe the Maybelline Fit Me powder or a loose powder, anything to just kind of set the center of the face and make sure your makeup stays in place. So we'll go ahead and do that. Alright, so we've applied our powder and we can move on to bronzer or contour. Now, if you're not a fan of contouring your face, by all means, this is optional, so you can skip it. But for my face in general, I do like to add a little bit of contour and dimension, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And just using my, what is this called? Real Techniques blush brush, and you can see it's kind of dome shaped, so if you get the product just on the tip, then you can kind of concentrate that and then blend out, and it just gives a really nice airbrushed effect as far as your bronzer or blush goes. So use that. Then for blush, I'm going to actually just use a very light pink blush, no shimmer in it, but by all means, if you like a little shimmer on the cheeks, you can certainly use that. But today I'm just going to stick with a matte shade, and it's a very pale pink. Just go right on the apples of the cheeks. So we're done with the face and eyes, and we're ready to move on to lips. Now for school, if you're really young, I would recommend doing just like maybe a lip balm. Even a tinted lip balm would be great. I know Maybelline makes the baby lips, which are fantastic. They keep your lips moisturized and just give kind of a sheer tint to the lip, which is really fun, and they come in all different colors and flavors, and they're just really great to put in your backpack or in your bag and kind of travel around the day with them. For today, I think I'm going to go with a Revlon lip butter, and this one is in Berry Smoothie. So it's just a nice pink, all around pinky color. So there you have it, guys. This is your back to school or job appropriate makeup for all of you who have been requesting it. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you guys took a little bit of information away from this and you are able to apply it in your everyday life. And please be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you'd like to see more videos. And make sure to leave some comments below on what you liked or like what you would like to see in future videos. I am more than happy to accommodate and make what you guys want to see. So I hope you all have a beautiful day and a great week at school or work, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!